Hi, and welcome back to Common Sense Dream Interpretation, Chapter 4. I'm so excited to have you back, and excited to bring you this dream that we're going to talk about today. So first of all, let's go ahead and remember that we use the universal language of mind to interpret our dreams. This is a communication, and it's a communication that uses pictures. It's the oldest known language to man, and it's the same language that our dreams use to communicate with us. And this is a language of pictures that is formed out of function. And that's why I call it common sense, because if you can determine the function of a symbol in your dream, if you can determine that function in your waking life, then you can determine that function that the dream is trying to give you as far as a message to your outer self. So we know that dreams are communications between the subconscious and the conscious, your inner self to your outer self, and the dreams are for you. They are important, and as soon as you get the basics down of this universal language of mind, I feel that it will open the door for you to expand and to learn how to interpret your own dreams. And that is my main goal as a dream interpretation consultant and coach, that I want you to be able to learn to interpret your own dreams. And so let's go ahead and get started with this dream. You may have had this dream. I've had this dream, actually. You're in a school, in a classroom, and you're taking a test, and you're totally unprepared. And if you write this dream down right when you wake up, the next morning what I want you to do is I want you to write the symbols down. And the first symbol we're going to write down is school. Now, school is a building, so that's your mindset. That's your mind. And the function of that building is where learning can occur. So this would be a mindset that would be open to learning. That would be how I would interpret that symbol in this dream. Then the next symbol would be test. Now, test is a symbol, I would interpret that as you would want to, it would be like a need to access the learning that has already occurred, to draw it out, to use it, to examine it even. And this would be the function of a test. So let's put these together, and let's use our reasoning, our intuitive skills, our memory skills. These are all stored in our subconscious as our permanent learnings, and we can draw those out to use them for everyday life. But we're going to, especially for our dream interpretation, we're going to use those. And we're going to start because every dream is about the dreamer. Every dream is for you, and every person, place, or thing in the dream is the dreamer. So I would say that this dreamer has the opportunities for learning there, but has ignored them, and having experiences, but not assimilating them into permanent knowledge, permanent storing, and maybe doesn't even know how to assimilate them into their permanent knowledge. But I would call this procrastination. And everyone's done it, I'm sure, and some more than others. But perhaps, for example, you have a work project, and you have a lot of work to do on it, but you can keep thinking of other things you need to do. So you keep putting that off. You procrastinate on that project that you have to get done. I can think of many things to procrastinate about, and I'm sure you can too. Going to the doctor, exercising, fixing your car, even planning a vacation, I would say would be hard to do sometimes. You put it off. And so if this were my dream, I would look back the last couple of days and I would determine what I had procrastinated about, what I had ignored, denied, put off, and see where I can change some things that this dream message is trying to tell me, because it seems like in the back of my mind that I am thinking about it and worried about it. So this is a very fairly simple dream, but it does give you some insight on how to interpret those symbols. And that is what I want to try to get you to do, so that you can interpret any kind of dream, whether it's really short like this one or a long and detailed dream. And you can do it in methodical by writing those symbols down, and that kind of gets everything in order, so that you can go back and then you can take it a little bit at a time. And as you learn more about the universal language of mind and dreaming, we'll go on later on to themes of the whole dream and the feel of the whole dream, because all of those do matter also in dreams. It's not just a analytical transferring a symbol. But so this would be the universal language, and so it's a universal meaning, but the personal part of this dream would be the actual procrastination that you did, for example. The universal part would be the procrastination, and then the personal part would be the actual thing. So let's go on with finishing our chapter 4 by telling you that I want you to remember your dreams, and the best way to do that is to put that pen and paper down beside your bed, and I want you to write your dream down as soon as you wake up, and then the next day I want you to, I write mine in my journal, but if you can just write it directly into your journal if you'd like to, but I don't write very good in the middle of the night, so I like to transfer it over to my journal. And I had a dream the other night, and I wrote it all down on my paper that's beside my bed, and the next morning I woke up and there was nothing on my paper, and I checked my pen, and my pen was out of ink, so don't do that. But anyway, I want you to write the symbols down after that, and then I want you to determine their symbolic meaning, and then try to interpret your own dreams using that way of doing it. And remember that dreams are about the last couple of days, unless it's like a precognitive dream or maybe a visitation dream. But in this series, we're going to stick with just the dream that's about the last couple of days. So thank you very much.